Carl Johnson. Can't believe you're still streaming, man. Carl Johnson. Can't believe you're still streaming, man. Carl Johnson.
And why would that be unbelievable, Carl?
Carl Johnson. Absolute legend.
How do you mean? I think that sounds nice, but I'm not sure.
Carl Johnson. The last time I was on this stream was 3 years ago.
Ah, okay. Bear with me. I'm doing stuff on the other screen for a moment.
I'll be
Bear with me.
soon.
I'm doing stuff on the other screen for a moment. Nearly there. Okay, I can get back to DCS now. I haven't even got my cap on, and I've not got my cans in my ears yet.
Carl Johnson. You were telling me about the band you were in and showing some of the music you made.
Wow, was that with your current name, Carl? Was it directly with Carl Johnson, or were you a different name at that time? It's probably just me having forgotten, but yeah. Were you the same then? Still Carl Johnson?
Carl Johnson. Yeah, same name.
Okay. Well, there's been some water under the bridge since then, including giving myself a shorter thumb than I would normally have using a table saw.
Carl Johnson. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope you're all right.
Well, yeah, you kind of get used to it, but it does give certain restrictions. Hold on, I'm just getting geared up. I've got to be tethered. I've not I put my helmet, my hat on charge. You know, my track IR, but I didn't. I somehow I left it switched on after I'd unplugged it from charging, and it's discharged. So I'm tethered. That's a pain. So yeah, the thumb thing has given me a couple of laughs actually, though you wouldn't think so. Um, I went to put my gear down when my thumb was sufficiently healed. I went to put my gear down, which is push that slider forward. If you can see the inset, push that slider forward to put the gear down. Of course, the thumb didn't reach. That actually gave me a bit of a laugh. Okay, Carl, before I get in an aircraft, have you got any hopes or preferences for what I fly? I've also just turned my mic up. It was been knocked way down by some. Oops, just cleared the mic. I usually start in a spit for safety because other aircraft can sometimes cause DCS to crash, but it's been okay recently. I'm now running this server that you see all these aircraft. I'm running this mission on a server that I built. So because it was being done on Laxor's server, but there became an issue with that from one of the updates of DCS. After that update, it seemed to go a bit pear-shaped. So I used the bits from all the old bits from my current computer and built a new computer, and that's what this server is currently running on. So yeah, if you want to select an aircraft, uh, I'll be happy to jump in whichever. I mean, let's just say which aircraft: Spitfire, Mosquito, A10C, or maybe a P-51, possibly a P-47, or maybe a Harrier. So if you just let me know which one you fancy, I'll jump in. If you don't come back in a few seconds, I'll just choose one. I'll just probably jump in a spit just for safety. That's assuming you're still there, Carl. I'm not getting responses.
Grim Reaperissa. Evening.
Evening, Racer. Hi. I'm just asking if anyone wants me before I go in, if they want to choose an aircraft that they'd like me to get into in the first instance. Carl Johnson might have gone. Yeah, I think Carl Johnson's gone. But he was watching my stream years ago. So I was waiting to see if he had a preference for which aircraft for me to take. I'll give it I don't know, 15 seconds off the minute and give him a chance to come back. Otherwise, I'll just jump in a spit, I think. And of course, Racer, you have the details, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, you have the details for getting into this server if you want to. Well, I think Carl's gone because he hasn't come back for some time, so I'll just jump in a bit. Well, what do you know? Track IR responded. I don't mean Track IR, I mean Voice Attack. Voice Attack responded and centered my view on Track IR. So I'll just get wound up and get started.
Grim Reaperissa. Sorry, internet was playing up then.
Ah, okay. Well, I was just saying about whether people wanted me to jump in a particular aircraft, but as I got no response, possibly because you couldn't even hear me, I just jumped in a spit. I was also saying that you have the details, of course, for this server, I believe, and if I'm remembering right. So you could possibly join us, couldn't you? I've got to remember that I'm tethered because somehow I charged my Track IR, but left it turned on, so I've unplugged it from the charging, and of course over the course of time it's just discharged, so I'm tethered, which is a bit of a pain. Never mind.
Grim Reaperissa. Okay, and yeah, my internet was having a meltdown, lol. Also, I'll be on the server shortly if that's okay.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, look forward to that. I can't remember, Ray. So did you actually get onto the server before, or were you just viewing and I gave you the details? I can't remember if you actually got on it.
Grim Reaperissa. No was viewing and was given the details.
Okay, so this will be your first time getting into the actual server if you get here then. That's good anyway. Right, just recenter, I think. Amazing. Voice attack seems to be working okay. Going to taxi now.
Grimry Perissa. Yeah, hope it doesn't have another meltdown, lol.
Yeah, you don't want a meltdown when you're flying, really, do you? Welcome to anyone else on the viewing the servers or viewing this mission who I haven't acknowledged yet, so welcome. This Spitfire is now running on an engine sound produced by Echo 19, and it's better than the DCS sound. It's quite noticeable when you open and close a cockpit. You know, more so when you're at low level, and when you come into land, the level of the sound level of the engine creeps up because you're getting reflected sound off the runway, which I'm pretty sure we don't get with DCS sound. So this is, I mean, this sounds much. It's got more guts. It's more throaty. It's more analog. It's sort of, the other one is a bit digital, I think, and this sounds a lot better. And you might notice it as I throttle up to take off. Once I take off, I'll close the canopy, perhaps, and then give it a second with the canopy closed, and then open it again so you can hear the difference. It's really quite good. Okay, final takeoff checks, which are simply: I've got my nose down, yes. I've got my flaps up, yes. Okay, so yeah, brake off, throttle up. But there we are, canopy closed. It's still a nice enough sound. It changes obviously as I look around, as DCS sound did. But I'll now open the canopy again, and you'll hear the sort of bit of prop wash and general better sound. Better sound is the wrong word. It's just, I just think it sounds really nice. I'll make a turn and I'll have a go at those soft static targets. It's a little line of trucks down there. They don't offer any resistance, and it's good for just checking things out generally. Turn the sight on and turn the guns on. Right, guns are ready, sight is on. Tiny freeze at that point. Oh, I only got what, 5, no 6. And the tanks on the brig are shooting at me. If we saw a little bit of green tracer just then. Take out this single. Once all these targets are destroyed, they respawn. Yeah, copy that, Racer. And of course I could shoot the train, but what happens then is it clogs the track up. You get like a train log jam. I think that's just that one left, and then they should respawn when I destroy that one. Damaged it, but not enough to destroy it, and it's moving. It's trying to move out of the way. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, that's a dead patch, I think. It's difficult to say sometimes where you've got a burnt grass patch or a vehicle. Well, that was more damage, but I expected it to be better than that. Right, they have respawned and they've dispersed. So I'll take these, perhaps like line up on 2 at a time, maybe 3. I can see a situation where I can line up on 3 of them, maybe. Engine sounds gorgeous with the canopy slid over. Okay, well, I got the 3 that I was going for, so that's nice. Perhaps I'll do one more scraping run and then land to rearm. Because anyone that's aware knows that you only get like about 15 seconds. If you squeeze the trigger, you get about 15 seconds of ammo in this bit. Okay. The 20mm is probably low anyway, so let's take a ride back. Now in theory my cockpit would be enclosed. I'd have the canopy forward, but let's do that. Then I'll open it and put the prop pitch fully fine, ready for landing. I've also got a, oh no, my speed's pretty good actually, I'm okay with that. Open the canopy. Put the prop pitch fully fine. Well, I picked up a bit of speed as I've dropped, so I'll rattle back a bit. I'm still seeing ammo coming up at me. That could be the convoy. There's a convoy nearby. Yeah, it's the convoy that are shooting at me. They will come and try to attack the airfield, but there's some tanks just down on the right there that will finish those off eventually. Right, gear down. And flaps down. And listen for the increase in volume. There it is. A little increase in volume due to reflected engine sound off the runway. I'll move to the left whilst I get rearmed in case anyone else is here. Oh, Grim Reaper's here. Reaper Racer is here. So I'm going to just move to the left and get rearmed, which doesn't take very long at all. If I was in a Mosquito, I have to remember to open the window to ask them to rearm me and that sort of stuff, because otherwise they can't hear me, and nothing happens when I request it. But in this, it's not a problem. Right, so I'll just sit here at the north edge of the runway, put my brake on, and get hopefully voice attack will respond, and I'll get rearmed. So you look at the top right hand corner for the menu. All done with voice commands, which means I don't have to touch the keyboard at all. So yeah, gun ammo's quite low.
Request rearming. Copy.
It doesn't take long to get rearmed, fortunately. It's a bit uncomfortable. I've got, because my track IR somehow allowed it to discharge. I'm tethered and I can feel the charging cable around the back of my neck. I mean, ultimately it will charge it as well as running it as I use it, but at the moment I've got this cable around the back of my neck.
Rearming complete.
There we are, doesn't take long. Look at those flaps hanging down. They were like air brakes, so let's put the flaps up. And I need to adjust my nose down again to give one division of nose down in readiness for takeoff. Okay, move to centre runway. I don't think I'll put my radio on just in case. So this is the aircraft radio, and we can speak to each other. And what you'd hear from me, what my viewers hear from me, sounds the same, but they will hear. They will hear the. I've got something else coming on elsewhere. Yeah. When my viewers hear the other people speak on radio, it sounds different. It sounds more like a radio, and you get the problems of a radio, such as if you go out of range or if there's a mountain in the way or something like that, and the different radios can change. They've got a slightly different sound each, so it's much more authentic, more immersive. Okay, I've got a message there which I in theory should read, but I'll stick with this for a moment and pull centre runway and take off. Brake off. And the way we taxi in a spitter course is, if we want to turn right, we give it a bit of right rudder and apply some brake. The brake is this lever down the centre. The sound of the engine is absolutely lovely. I'm so glad I went for that. It's actually free. This sound that I've got is free, but they say you can make a donation if you like, which I did, because it's, I like to support them because it's a good sound. Right, I'll just check that I'm ready for takeoff, and then up we go again. Hold on a second. Right, flaps are up, nose trim, and that's basically all I need to check on this. So I've got nose down and I've got my flaps up, ready to take off. Okay, brake off. Throttle up. Right, so I've adjusted my nose trim to one division of nose up again, and I've set my prop pitch to give 2,700 RPM. I'll have another little go. No, I won't have another go at the static units. I'll take a chance and have a go at the tanks on the bridge that were firing at me earlier on. There's every danger I'll get shot down from them because they're a bit dangerous, but I'll give it a go. So there's the train in the distance, and behind the train it's moving left to right. Where the other train is going towards, there's a bridge, and on that bridge we have about 4 tanks and a number of infantry, and the infantry are carrying some pretty dangerous stuff as well for aircraft. So it's a bit risky to go in. It's better if we go in as a few people and attack these, but I'm on my own at the moment, so here we go. Well, I'll go past and then come back. There's a line of tanks in a field, centre screen right now. There's a little line of tanks. Once again, they're static and they're not aggressive, but that's just another target for some time later on. Good for practicing rockets. This whole server is really for good fun and for practice. It's not sort of deadly serious stuff. We enjoy ourselves. We can dogfight between each other if we want to, upon mutual consent, and it's just really good fun, and it's good training. Okay, so you probably can't see them, but you'll see Tracer coming up at me in a minute. So there it comes. I'm going to throttle up to give them as little chance as possible of hitting me. And well, I got 2 of them, but you heard bullets slamming into me just then. Where is it? Yeah, left port wing is a bit peppered, but everything else behaving okay. Well, now I've got a couple of smoke markers for me to easily find where I've got to go. I'll come in again from the same direction and see if I can get the other 2 tanks, but in the meantime the infantry, which are if I can indicate them, about there, I can just see them actually, but when you get closer for some reason you can't see them. But the infantry will be having a go at me, and as I say, they can be quite dangerous. Okay, I'll make a turn and go for another strafing run. You'll probably see the infantry firing up at me in a minute. But this first tank I think is still alive, or is it? I can't remember which one's alive now. At least one more. I couldn't see how many plumes there were. I think I've just got one more, so there's still one more. It's probably taken itself into the woods. Okay, so he's just inside the woods there. If you saw that tracer coming up just then. unfortunately, of course, I can't see him until I get closer and follow the tracer once again. But I think he's just in that little clump of trees that's nearest to me in the centre picture. And I might just find myself just shooting at where the tracer are coming from without actually seeing. I can see him. A bit close to the trees there. Gave the trees a haircut. Let's try again. I might be out of 20mm, in which case that tank is safer from me. Because I'd want 20s to hit the tank ideally. He'll start firing at me again in a minute. Of course I can't see him, I've got to wait for him to fire. Oh, now I can see him. That was a bit lucky with the trees. Have I got damage? Only bullet damage, but to both wings. Blacksaw's just messaged me to say he's now setting up, so he'll be joining us soon. Grim Reaper's here. Grim Reaper Racer, so I'm calling him Racer. But on here is Reaper, so Reaper is here. And we might get joined by Warhawk and a few others. Jeeve, maybe. Oh, I've lost some bearings. Oh, there's the train. I moved further out than I'd realised. Because my train is the guide as to where the railway line and therefore where the bridge is. But I think I'm out of 20s, so I don't think I'm going to be able to finish that last one off. That might have finished him off, or at least he'll burn and explode, hopefully. He's still firing. So he's 50 odd percent damaged, but he's still capable of firing. Well, they were hits, but they didn't do anything. Probably because it's just I'm out of 20mm, so I'll land and get rearmed. So prop pitch fully fine. You hear the engine note change. When the speed drops a bit more, I'll open the canopy, which will give me some drag and help me to slow down more. Really, I should get repaired as well, because I've got damage to both wings. I might have damage to wheels. I could have a blown tyre from a bullet. So I'll find that out when I land. Okay, I'll open the canopy. Gear down. One flaps down. Oh, those tanks are shooting at me again. I might make it. I'm sure. Probably should have come in from the other end for safety, but let's go. Once again, listen for that engine volume to pick up as I come into land. Now dancing on the rudder pedals to keep us straight. Didn't notice any horrible sounds as if I've got a blown tyre. I'm not sure, she's a bit low on the left, so let's just check. I'll move to the left of the runway. Okay, brake on and take a look. No, I've still got two good tyres, that's good. Flaps up. I have to cut the engine to get repaired, of course. Radio check. That Reaper, I don't know if you're on my stream still, but you might get the option to use the aircraft radio. I'm using frequency 124 megahertz at the moment, and we could then speak on that. Whilst I get repaired, I will check my message that came in on my other screen. But let's cut the engine and do that.
Request repair. Copy. Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, so my head's now going to swing to the left as I just check my other screen for the message while I'm getting repaired. It takes about 3 minutes to get repaired.
Rearming complete.
So rearming's complete, but I'm still waiting for repair, which should be, yeah, top right of the screen, counting down. Still on looking at the other screen, obviously, at the moment. Okay, right, well, the person that messaged me doesn't look as though they're online at the moment, so there's no great rush for that. 20 seconds to finish repair. Okay, so we're up on the ramps, as you can see. Bit of space under. Oh, no, finished repairing, drop me back. So I can now carry on. I'll only give it 3 pumps because the engine must still be quite warm. Crack the throttle and start her up. Right, do the same adjustment, nose down, and adjust. My rudder trim stays the same. I don't alter that once I'm airborne. So all I've got to do is set my rudder trim, make sure my flaps are up, which they are, and then I can full centre runway and take off again. So I'll give it 1 division of nose down. Okay, I'll check the radio just in case. Radio check. I'll check the map and see where Reaper is. Well, I'm not seeing. He occupied a 10C. He's occupied an A10. He's not showing on the map at the moment. Well, on the airfield. I'm not really seeing an aircraft. I'm looking for a blue aircraft flying around elsewhere. Oh, there he is. He's occupied it. Doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say where, but he's down there at Beslan. Yeah. Okay, so he's occupied it on a different airfield. He might not have been aware that he could select an A10 at Mozdok, which is where we usually congregate. At least I know where he is, so I haven't got to worry about whether I'm going to be in the way of his takeoff or landing. Alexa will be here a bit later. Brake off. Roll up. Gear up. Just trim. Set cockpit. Close the canopy. See if I can finish off that last. There's the railway line. Just saw the train there. Another train just going over the bridge right now. Well, that sorted him out. So all the tanks on the bridge are dealt with. Let's see if I can sort out some infantry. The trouble is when you get closer you can't see them, but they are quite dangerous. Can't see them, so I was just firing into wherever I've got. Looks like I've got one infantry, but I've also suffered damage from them. And sometimes I hit the prop pitch cable when you hear the engine start racing. So I'm going to land, but then I might take a different aircraft. Come check. Okay, open the canopy. Gear down. Flaps down. Oh, they've hit my starboard tyre. It's dipping to the right, so they've obviously, when they hit my wing, they've obviously hit the tyre. I'll verify that in a minute. See if I can get Reaper to switch to 124. Well, it does happen there, but my truck AR has gone a bit bananas and I have to recenter it. Well, I've messaged Reaper, but I don't think either he hasn't seen the message or there's every chance because there's no sound. There's no little sound to tell you that there's a message there. So perhaps he just hasn't seen the message yet. Radio check. Radio check. And sure enough, yeah, look, that tyre's flat, so I won't worry about getting repaired. I'll be polite and shut the engine down, but I'll just get a different aircraft. I'll probably take the other A10 or another A10, but from Rostock, from here. I'm hearing another aircraft. Oh, Laxor's in his Harrier.
Okay, 124, check.
Yeah, copy. We also have Reaper here, Grim Reaper. On the on Twitch is Grim Reaper Racer, but here is Reaper, I think. He's here in an A10. Took off from Beslan. I'm going to switch to an A10. I've done a couple of little sorties. Actually, I've taken out the tanks on the bridge, so if you wanted to get them back, obviously we could restart the server or restart the mission.
No, that's okay, I'm not worried.
Okay.
I've been meaning to chat to you about, I've just not had a chance. There's a plugin, or not, an extension that we can try and install on the server called Overlord. And that would mean that we can generate stuff on the fly. We wouldn't have to do a mission as such, but I think it would also allow to respawn certain things from the mission. So if we wanted to bring back the ones on the bridge, we could do manually without having to.
Okay, well, that's that would be a useful little feature. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna grab an A10, and you'll hear. Sorry, this wrong button. Sorry. You'll hear that Laxor's voice sounds different because we're hearing him on the simulated radio, so the sound is different. It's better. It's more like we should hear. Hearing. Otherwise, his voice would sound as sort of flat and normal and roomy, like sitting in a room, as mine does. But it sounds better because he's using the aircraft radio. Oh, I'll have to just mention to not lose comms. Lexor, I will be swapping aircraft, so obviously until I get onto get in and get started and get radios on, I'll lose comms.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right, I'm not gonna. Sorry, wrong button again. I'm not gonna taxi back. I'm just gonna respawn. So that's Laxor's Harrier. He's somewhere out there in front of me, quite a way along that wide taxiway. Okay, I'll get started so I can get my radio up.
Juppy 2. Hello there, Laxa sent me.
Hello, Juppy. Oh well, thank you to Laxor as well. Hello. Is this just to sort of have a quick look at my stream from so you're seeing him from a different angle as well? I need to get my radio on really.
Juppy 2. Watching you both woot we gonna fly.
Woot we gonna fly. Watching you both woot we gonna fly. Right, okay. I've just got to adjust my radio frequency. I'll just check now that Laxor's getting me. Radio check. Thank you. And it's a different push to talk button because it uses a different radio. I have to have a different push to talk button to speak on this aircraft from what I would have on the Spitfire, etc. Right, let's carry on. I'll stop talking because I need to just get this all running. Put some lights on. Okay, PSU is up right now. I'm just getting run up now. Right, start the port engine. Can't really see it, but it is spinning up. This gauge tells me when it gets to about 60 I can then start the starboard engine. I'll get rearmed actually. Comms. So that's air-to-ground rockets and air-to-air rockets, 2 on each wing.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, the port engine is up and running, so I'll get the starboard engine. Just see that one spinning up, so there we are. Wait for it to get to 60 and I can turn off my APUs.
Rearming complete.
Okay, I can turn off the APUs. And the engine automatic control, or whatever that stands for. But that light doesn't extinguish for some reason. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It might be a timing thing, don't know. We haven't worked that one out yet. Okay, trying to remember, think if I've done everything. Well, I mean, normal, that down there says my checks are all done apart from that one light that doesn't extinguish. What nose was steering on. And get chocks removed.
Remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Right, so now I'll update my armory. When all these lot have got dots beside them, I can push my DSMS button and it'll show me what I've got that I can select to use. By the way, I'm not sure if Juppy's still there, but whoever's there, if you have to toddle off, let me know, because otherwise I could end up talking to myself and that's embarrassing.
Juppy 2. In here.
Great stuff. Okay, thank you, Juppy. Okay, I think I'm good to roll. Have I forgotten anything? Let's let Lax on that. I'm about to taxi.
Roger.
Need to lock my throttles together. And away we go. Closing the canopy on the way. Otherwise, air resistance will remove it for me completely. Which direction are you taking off from? Assuming you're not airborne and will be taking off. Oh no, I used the wrong button to talk to Laxor then. I've got to use the other one. Okay, assuming that you're not airborne yet, if you are going to take off, which direction? West to east, east to west?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Who's that to me?
Yes, sorry. I think you're the only one. I don't think we've got Reaper on radio yet.
Alright, he's sitting in Discord. I'll drop in there very briefly and give him a...
Okay.
I will be taking off west to east. I'm just going to start taxiing.
Okay, well I'm on the runway, so I'll take off before you get here, I think. I think I'll see if I can find some aircraft.
Alright, no rush, dude. Enjoy.
Who was that for? Reaper? Was that for Reaper?
Yeah, it was, apparently he's listening on 124, but he's not sure if DCS is set up to use the microphone correctly yet. So he's going to do some flying. He can listen to us on 124. He'll do some flying, and then when he's ready, he'll pop out and double check his mics.
Yeah, copy that, copy that.
Nice pass.
and look for our targets. For those not aware, we do feel kind of duty bound to buzz each other when, like, if someone's on the taxiway or whatever. We like to give them a little buzz. Right, let's check the map. Get myself away from that convoy first. Okay, there's an aircraft behind me. But now I'm just going to find him. Oh, he changed course. That's a bit wicked. Okay, so we've got Viz. So I'm on air to air. Is that enough to bring him down? I'll give him some guns maybe. So I won't waste a rocket on that. I should be able to finish him with... Oh, it looks like there's bits falling off. It could be that... Oh, he's gone. He's destroyed. Okay. That was good. Saved the rocket. Okay, I'll head for the insurgents area and hit that. Little black dot. Hold on. In my little circle sight. So I'll try. I don't think I'll have my key pressed then, so what I'm saying is the black dot is cars, like insurgent cars and infantry, and to the, just fractionally to the left there is a gun tower, and that's quite dangerous. Not sure which to go for first.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Got there much quicker than I realised. And now I can't see the target visually.
Pull up, pull up.
Oh, there they are.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Right, I should go for that gun tower now. Track AR's flipping out a bit. I might need to wiggle it, straighten it out. Just about make out the gun tower.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Well, that got that. Not sure how much there is left. Well, there's still stuff there by the looks of it. Perhaps not. I'll give it some rockets in case there's stuff that I simply can't see.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
No, I think they're all gone. But there are some static, well, static until I shoot at them, targets. I'm not sure what that is, just down there. Give it see what it is.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Oh, I think it's one of ours. I've just shot one of our tanks.
Roger that, Ben. What's up?
Sorry, I might have transmitted on the wrong one, but I think I just blew up one of our tanks. I just saw a dark mark in the field, shot it, and then it came up as a blue tank.
Radio check.
Check, check.
Radio check. 124.
Pull up.
Cop.
Check.
Altitude,
Roger.
altitude.
I'm not transmitting. Oh, I wasn't transmitting. I was pushing my button badly. So yeah, copy.
Are you in an A10?
I am, sir.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they've started putting wheel chocks on the planes for absolutely no good reason. So you might want to do ground crew remove wheel chocks if you haven't already.
So was that for me? Was that message for me about the wheel chocks?
No, that's for Grim. Is
Okay.
it wasn't moving.
Oh yeah, that will definitely be the wheel chocks. Is it an A10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they're not acknowledging the return, where are you? Are you Bisland or Mosdorf? Hang on.
I'm not receiving Reaper.
No, you won't be. Hang on a second. Let me just. I'll just mute on game radio a second.
Copy.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Overlord.
Pull up, pull up.
Chevy 1-2. Alpha check from Ball's picture.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, pull up, pull up.
Well, that was a number of rocket hits, I believe, not just one on that chopper, and it didn't destroy it.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Oh, looks like I did get a chopper, or someone else is here and they got them.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Meslon, Chevy 1-2, request takeoff.
Am I clear for landing?
Roger that.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
I don't understand quite how choppers are so invulnerable to rockets. I mean, they do get destroyed, but like,
190's coming in. It's got burst. No, it wasn't the 190. Yes, it was. 2-190's west end of the airfield.
Copy that. I'll come back and see if I can do anything, but in this, not much good for a dogfight as such.
Pull up, pull up.
Splash 2109s.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Is someone on a 109?
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Laxor on a 109. Laxor 6. Laxor 6. Laxor 6.
Altitude, altitude. Flash 109. I'm RTB. On finals coming in from the west and also taking hits from the convoy.
Okay, gears down, flaps fully deployed, air brakes up. Throttle is right back at
Altitude,
zero.
altitude.
That's a comfortable landing. Applying brakes. Nose wheel steering engaged. And get rearmed. Okay, I'm sitting on the south edge of the runway. I'm about to get rearmed. I didn't look to see if I was transmitting then. On the south edge of runway, getting rearmed.
Request rearming. Copy.
Ah. I suppose I should get repaired. Yeah, that starboard engine has had it, so I better get repaired, which means you've got to shut down. And I have to wait for the engines to completely
complete.
stop before they will work on me to repair me. And of course I have no comms to the other guys whilst the engine's not running.
Request repair. Copy.
I haven't even poured a beer yet. That's doing alright, isn't it? Though while I'm getting repaired, what I could do now is take a comfort break, which means I've got to disconnect myself from all this lot, because I'm tethered by my track IR. I'll put my little sign up. And I will, as the sign says, be back soon. Okay, so I'm back. Actually, before I get started, I'll pour me beer. Radio check.
Check.
Thank you. So there we have me. We have Jeeve. I don't think I'm in his way. Laxor's taking a chopper. And Reaper is somewhere about.
Stitch _945 _. Hey, how are you?
Hello, Stitch. Yeah, not bad, thank you. Yeah, I've done the spit a couple of times tonight. I'm now on an A10. Had quite a nice little success as I was over to the west, that sort of area that I'm highlighting. Lactor called in the fact that there was incoming 109s to the airfield, so I made a turn, and happy to say that I got about 3 of them. I got about 3 of the 109s in my A10 using rockets or whatever. So that was quite pleasing, quite successful. I'm not getting them on radio at the moment. I'll try again. Radio check.
Okay.
Thank you. Actually, I should have announced. We should announce ourselves, really. I should have said Bill radio check, so that I know, and then whoever comes back tells me who they are, so that I know who I'm talking to. Because some of the voices are similar.
Stitch_945_. Seems like there are lots of people on the server, Toda.
Yeah, there's about 5 of us, I think, which is quite a lot. Very often it's just Maxwell and myself. So yeah, I've got 5 people if it's that many. And Warhawk might even pop along as well at some point. So we've got Jeeve, Laxor, myself, Reaper. So that's 4. Was there someone else? No, perhaps it's just the 4 of us at the moment. Okay, I'll just check I'm clear. Bill 49, clear for takeoff?
Yeah, okay. I've got 1 aircraft sitting on the south edge. Should be clear then.
That's me. That's me.
Alright, okay. Oh, but I suppose I thought that was Grim. Okay.
Now Reaper's in an A10 as well.
Stitch_945_. It was Laxa, right?
That was Laxor indeed. At one time we used to get it on the top left hand corner of the screen where it showed who was speaking. Oh no, that's only for Discord, isn't it? It won't show now. That's why we kind of need to announce ourselves when we speak, because someone confirmed radio for me earlier on and I didn't know who it was. Not that it really mattered, they confirmed radio. But if someone says, you know, can you see me, then you need to know who it is that's asking. Okay, just doing a little bit of check-in because I've started up sort of in a different order, so I've got to make sure my checklist is clear. And I think I probably should rearm. No, I already did rearm. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that I did, so I'm not going to go through that process. I've got repair and rearm. I'm sure I did. Right, what's on my checklist? Oh, empty skid.
Stitch_945_. Oh, my friend is calling me. I'ma go play some War Thunder with him. Bye.
Okay, have a good flight and have a successful flight. Take care. TTFN.
Speed brake. Speed brake.
And that's a pain. I've not done. There's something I've not done right because I can't operate my displays. Okay, sorted. Okay, if I can find them, I'll go for the A20. Oh, there it is.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Oh, now I thought all those black marks at the front there were dead, but they're not. They're dead ones with live ones beside them. Okay, so now I know what I'm going for.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Yep, lost my port engine. Coming in emergency landing from the west.
Altitude, altitude.
Hey, I need to get repaired. I'm not in the right place to get repaired. I've got to go beyond the threshold, and I've just shut my engines down. That's a nuisance. Perhaps I'll take a mosquito.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Oops, radio check.
Check.
I think I'm a mosquito.
Well, I just plane crashed due to a DCS crash. I'm assuming that the server's okay. Just going to take a look. Server is still ticking okay. Yeah, the server seems okay. I just had a DCS client crash, I guess. Haven't had that too often. No, I know, no. But I didn't know which one it was. I don't know if we were all taken out or whether it's just me. Okay, maybe it wasn't a DCS crash as such, because it's allowed me to respawn and everything seems all right. So perhaps I just crashed because it all went in extremely glitchy. Oh, Roger. Still, I don't think there is. It doesn't look like it. No, there's no other messages. And actually, that's the kind of thing that I think can happen when we're being forced with a download of Windows or something. So it's working in the background and taking resource. Possible?
Possible, yeah. Might want to set your hours of inactivity maybe to sort of lunchtime.
I couldn't understand that because I'm getting you both ways. Hold on.
Yeah, you're getting you as well.
I've switched off my aircraft radio. Is that better? Yeah. Well, it's good to have this in reserve because when we crash, we lose our radio, don't we? So it's good to have it on in reserve, just muted. Right. So what you were saying about that? You've probably forgotten now. No, I couldn't understand what you were saying because it was so doubled up. It was double Dutch effectively. So not to worry. Right. That's yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. I think I've got it set to what would be normal out of hours, but we're not quite normal, are we? Yeah, so that's something to look at. I mean, I'm not saying it is that, but I think that has happened in the past, you know, where you think, what's going on? And then you realise when you switch off, it says, you know, update or what.
Request rearming. Copy. On the starter. Copy. Rearming complete.
Am I clear for takeoff?
Okay.
Thank you. RTB.
Is that you over the units to the north of the runway?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the units to the north of the runway, I was, but I've moved away from them. But yeah, I was there.
Okay.
So I'm just turning finals now, coming in from the west. Okay, I'm currently on the north edge of the runway, getting repaired. So it's 2:15, isn't it? Jeez, that went quick tonight.
I was tweeting run until 3.
Okay.
That works.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I was muted. Sorry. I turned off the aircraft radio because I was getting doubles, and then I forgot I was muted. But yeah, 3's good.
Request repair.
Oh, they can't hear me.
Request repair. Copy. Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Okay, it looks like they haven't repaired me properly because it's not starting, and I'm pretty sure that I haven't missed anything. My fuel is all on, my magnetos are on. Ah, I know why. I need to ask them to prime the engines, don't I? I thought I'd done that, perhaps I hadn't.
On the starter. Copy.
Am I clear for takeoff? I think that must be Jeeves sitting behind me. I haven't got my radio on. I'm going to put my aircraft radio on, so I'll mute on Discord. Copy, is that Jeeves sitting behind me?
Roger.
Copy. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna take off. Hopefully. Ah, now I didn't load my rockets. Okay, I'm just going to load rockets before I take off. Don't think I'll push my button right then. I'm going to load rockets before I take off.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Now that's fascinating. Perhaps I closed my window after I asked them, but normally they won't respond if your window's not open because they can't hear you. So I must have either something a bit glitchy there, and it did it anyway, or I must have closed my window after I'd requested. Don't remember. Okay, take a. Trim is good. Flaps are good. Okay. Oh well. I think it's time for me to reassure myself with a Spitfire. Okay, so I'm back in my split, my comfort zone, and I'll probably just sort of fly around. I won't be too intent on hitting targets. I've had plenty of targets. Let's see what I've done. I've had 6 air targets, 65 ground units. I've lost 2 aircraft in that process. Yeah, well that's not bad. I'm not too worried about that. Laxor's missing, so I believe he had a DCS crash, so he's having to restart, get back in. Didn't realise I did 65 ground units, but I suppose that includes infantry perhaps taken up by rockets, I don't know. Okay. Well, haven't set my trims. Now that would have gotten forgotten probably if I hadn't. Now by the time I get to the runway, I set these things before I take off. Well, before I even taxi, I set these things. I just noticed my gear warning light or the gear indicator light is not on. So I'm going to have to blip throttle. That's it, because that operates a switch. Just under there somewhere, just under the throttle is a switch you can't see. The throttle knocks that switch to the on position, gives me my electrics and my gear warning or gear indicator. Got what I was doing now. I was sitting with trim. I'll put the pilot in place. Please feel good to give a quick hello. It costs nothing and it's not it's non-committal. Just a nice little chat. Axel's back in. He's picked up a blue SA, whatever that is. Someone's typing a message to me. Okay, I just got to quickly respond. we've got 20 minutes roughly. Oh, looks like everyone's gone anyway, because I think it's probably just the bot watching me now. Twitch bot.
Gallows Adler. No, him here.
Oh, hello Gallows, I didn't even know you were there. Hello Gallows, I don't recognise the name.
Gallows Adler. Just take off already.
Okay, well first of all, whereabouts are you Gallows, and have you, is this your first time on my stream?
Gallows Adler. AUS.
Okay, alright then. Alright, well stand by, hang on to your
Gallows
hat.
Adler. First time, but he'll have to bounce.
Go, stand by. Okay, there's some units just to the north there. I'll have a quick bash at them before we finish. First I got to see them, like get visual on them. Yeah, it's been quite a nice active night. I've had a number of kills, air kills and ground unit. What was that went flying by me? Probably Jeeve in his jet. Ah, there they are.
Wouldn't think the spit would be used for strafs.
Well, we do everything. Yeah, we use it for strafing, you know, air to air, whatever. This is just a good fun server that we or a good fun mission that we do whatever we want on, really. It's effective enough. I'm using a engine sound produced by Echo 19 for this spit, and it's nice. I'm going to open my canopy.
Gallows Adler. Are these WW2 aircraft susceptible to small arms?
Yeah, they can be. Yes, well the spit's a bit delicate, but yeah, it can be. I just have flying this bit. Love flying it low, fast. Oh, perhaps they're already gone. My bullets made no difference, and they didn't fire at me. They must be already destroyed. I think these are all gone now. We'll be closing the stream in about 10 minutes. So we're in UK, so it's that makes it about 3 o'clock, 3 AM to close the stream. I just got buzzed by G. We do like buzzing each other, so if there's someone on the ground, right now, I would be inclined to go and buzz them. But it's all a bit close together to see. I don't think Black Saw's down there. It's nice just to fly around, especially for the last few minutes. So the engine sound is still nice with the canopy closed, but when you open it, you open it and you get that, like the prop wash and everything. So you get air turbulence. And like phasing, slight phasing from the prop with the prop wash. Better than the DCS sound. Let's do a quick flip over and there he is again. Nice one, G. Trouble is, we're over those that convoy, and they're shooting at us. I guess Gallows is gone. If you're still there, Gallows, give us a shout. It says there's only one viewer, but normally that means it's just a bot or something. Very nice, June. I've got no 20 mils left. Okay folks, I'm RTB. I think I might come in from the east rather than end up getting shot down before I land by those vehicles in the convoy.
I'm going to join you in the landing.
Copy that. I'm just approaching the threshold. I was starting to panic because I knew I was getting very close to the grass. I was trying to keep left so to give you room, and I was getting close to the grass. I was starting to panic a little bit, and yeah, I got down. It's a walk away, but it wasn't pretty. Moving back to Discord.
Roger.
Okay, I've landed. Quite a nice little evening tonight, actually. On, I assume you meant finals. Okay. Copy that. I'm on the south edge of the runway. That's Lax Sword just coming in. Sweet. Well, I hope Jeeves got brakes. Yeah, he's got brakes. We're having a party. Yeah. That'll learn him. That'll learn him. Gonna try again. Is it just coming to join the party? Oh no. Oh, hold on to your hat. Oh, I touched the throttle. Put him paid to his naughtiness. Although he's still got engine. That can't end well, G. Well, I must have damaged him in some way. All right. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perhaps tomorrow night. Okay. Take care. Catch you tomorrow. Night night. Okay. For anyone's watching, and it could be Jeeve. I'm about to close my stream now. We're half an hour, well, over half an hour over our usual time, because we do try to behave ourselves nowadays and quit by 2:30 UK morning. Oh, Jeeve crashed. That will serve him right, because he tried to blow us over with his afterburner. Okay, so anyone still there, do you want to say a quick hello, goodbye before I close the stream? Okay, so in case anyone's still listening, I'll fold it there. I notice that Lexor's still in game, but I'll wait until he's gone before I fold the server. So I'm going to flip over to view my other screen whilst that happens.
About 40 recently launched Starlink satellites are falling back towards Earth after an eruption from the sun caused a geomagnetic storm. Last Sunday, an eruption from the sun sent solar winds headed towards Earth. And while that solar wind traveled towards Earth, SpaceX launched 49 Starlink satellites into a low orbit. On Friday, the geomagnetic